Hey, have you ever heard of Anchor? Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It is everything you need to make a podcast in one place. If you want to share your gift to the world, if you want to share your talent, whatever you want to do, it's free. So make sure you download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good morning to all my kings and my queens. I want to thank you for tuning in with another episode of Uniquely Divine with Tamara podcast. And in this episode, I want to talk to you about letting God use you. I want to encourage you with this. As creators, as motivators, whatever you call yourself, we have the power to create whatever we want to create in this world. And what I mean by this is God has given us free will. We can do whatever our heart can imagine. But the reason that we are here is to uplift and bring people back to his kingdom. And God uses us as vessels to shine through and speak his word. So we're not here for ourselves. We are not here for ourselves. We are here for the glory of God. And I want to encourage y'all with this. Do not get so caught up in what you know how to do or what you're not good at, because whatever you're not good at, you have a way of perfecting it. We are all created with a gift. We are all created with a purpose. But it's up to us to fulfill those things, to manifest those things. Like I said the other day, it's the puzzle piece that we have not put together. We have to take those pieces of those puzzles, place them together, and do the work. It's not rocket science, like the only thing we have to do is actually spend that time with God, spend that alone time with him, actually get to know him for who he has created us to be, and that work starts from within. You have to want it. You have to understand why you're here. You have to know what greater things you want out of life, and just don't say that you don't know what you're good at, because I can't say that, because I was the same way. I didn't know what I was good at, but I knew that I was here for a purpose. What it was, I didn't know. I just knew that I had to do the inner work to discover who I am and why am I here. So I just want to tell you just to do the inner work. Start with you. Start to get to know who you are. But that starts with getting to know God for who he is. Spend that alone time with him. Get in his presence. Just show him that you appreciate him. He give us life. A lot of people don't have that opportunity. And, just tell him that you are grateful. You're thankful that you have another opportunity to fulfill your destiny. I wake up and I state my affirmations. And, I have my days when I don't feel like doing anything. But I know that I'm not here for myself. So I have to get out the way. I have to stop being selfish and know that I am a vessel that he is using. So that's why I want to get my body in shape. That's why I encourage you to do the same thing. Get your own body in shape. What else? Whatever it may be. Just focus on what can I do to show up as my higher self. Fix your attitude, fix your mindset, fix your body. Everything counts, everything matters. And just look at your heart's posture as well, because us as humans, we are so caught up on materialistic things when we don't realize what we have on the inside of us, what we have in front of us, because we have to be so wise and dive so deep into the things that actually broke us. We have to be willing to understand why God allowed those things to happen in our lives. So I encourage you to Don't give up. Don't be scared when it happens, because we are all going to be faced with trials and tribulations, but you have the power to overcome those situations. You have the power to become the best version of yourself. You have the power to create whoever you want to be. But it all starts with getting to know who God is, getting to know what He has for your life, what plans He has for you. He has a plan for every one of us. He gives us free will also. So you have to be willing to do your own will or His will. Because either way, if you don't do it, somebody else will. But you have to be willing to hearken unto His voice. Listen, be still, and know that He is God. Because He will do the rest. But only thing you have to do is just hear Him. Listen out for Him. And let Him know that you trust in Him. And He got your back. When you feel like you don't have anybody else to have your back, when you give your all to God, I'm telling you, you will never be disappointed. It's going to be some times when you just question everything and everyone. But once you actually get that quality time with Him on a daily basis, and you start to do the things that you didn't know that you had on the inside of you, like you start creating, you just be creative, like you get your creative juices flowing, and you just spend time with Him, you talk with Him, and just know that you are at peace. Like when He gives you that peace that passes all understanding, like He will give it all to you. And that's all He wants you to do, is just surrender unto Him. Give Him your all. Give Him your problems. And let Him know that you trust Him. And He will do the rest. So keep going. Show up. Show up to be your higher self. Do the work. Get to know God for who He truly is. And I'm telling you, your life will change for the better. Please, don't give up. Keep showing up. Even when you don't want to. Because you have to overcome your flesh. You have to. You have to die out to your flesh in order to be successful. In order to have the desires of your heart. In order to have that true connection with God. Some of us, we wonder, like, why don't I have a connection with God? Like, I talk to Him. I do this, I do that. But you also have to be willing to die out to your flesh. It's not easy. It is a daily process. Because the enemy is going to keep trying you. He's going to keep bringing your old things up from your past. He's going to keep trying you every day. You have to renew your mind. You have to wake up, state your affirmations. You have to come up with a morning routine to just get started. Just do it. Whatever it is, just keep faith. Keep your faith. And watch motivational videos. Something that's going to uplift you. Something that's going to shift your mindset. Because He's coming. He's going to come in like a flood. And that's okay, because God got your back. He got your back no matter what. The enemy is going to come. He's going to try you. He's going to try your finances. He's going to try your family members. And he's going to try to bring you down in any way possible. He knows your strengths and He knows your weaknesses. But He also knows the plan that God has for you. So if you're being tested, if you're being tried, just know that's the enemy. And He knows that God has a plan for you. And He's trying to do anything to stop it. But He knows when you are handpicked by God, He cannot stop it. He cannot stop it. So I encourage you to keep going, keep pressing, keep motivating, keep showing up for your higher self. And just remember that you are predestined for greatness. You have greatness on the inside of you. So I encourage you to keep going. Please don't give up. Keep going. And you will make it to the top. I have faith in you, but it takes you to have faith in yourself to make a difference. I thank y'all. I love y'all. I just truly appreciate you for taking the time out your day to listen to this podcast. And I just hope it enlightened you. I hope it brought you motivation. And like I said, I want to see you at the top. I send you love, peace, gratitude, and abundance your way. I send the angels to protect you in every way possible. Whatever you may be facing, it's only temporary. You will get through it. And the enemy knows that he cannot stand. He has no place around you or anyone around you. I send y'all love, peace, and prosperity. And I thank you so much for tuning in with another episode of Uniquely Divine with Tamara podcast. And I'll check in with y'all next time.